this first example, which is the parable of the closed door, Jesus was graphically illustrating the depth of loss that would come to those who at that time rejected him as their Messiah. Julie, Luke 13:25-28, we're going to drop in to the middle of the story.
Sure. And let me give you just a little bit of context. Jesus' Jewish audience is asking him, Master, are there only a few who will answer what you're calling them to? And so Jesus gives them this parable of the door of opportunity coming to a close. He's trying to focus them on what they're going to miss if they don't follow him as the Messiah, a dramatic opportunity of favor. So we start the scriptures in verse 25. Once the head of the house gets up and shuts the door, and you stand outside and knock on the door, saying, Lord, open up to us. Then he will answer and say to you, I do not know where you're from. Then you'll say, Well, we ate, we drank in your presence, and you taught in our streets. And he will say, I tell you, I do not know where you are from. Depart from me, you evildoers. In that place there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth when you see Abraham and Isaac and Jacob and all the prophets in the kingdom of God, but yourselves being thrown out.
All right, so these were the first to be offered the invitation to be Jesus's followers and have the highest favor. Who had the highest favor up to that point? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob and the prophets. They were the righteous ones from their times. And Jesus is telling the Jews at that time, you can be righteous too. You can be in that same kind of category, favored of God. But in this parable, what Jesus is saying is, but you're missing it, and you're going to be thrown out of that favored place, that favored opportunity, like Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
So, if I was going to summarize this, this was directed primarily at the Jews living at the time of Jesus who had the opportunity to follow him. When they are raised from the dead and realize that opportunity they gave up, it was to be in heaven as part of his called out ones, they're going to be sad and upset with themselves. But the Bible does promise the Jewish nation will still have great favor from God, but it just won't be in this same way.
Exactly. But there is a loss that they had because Jesus was right in front of them.
Yes.
So this is the consternation of this loss. This weeping and gnashing of teeth symbolizes the deep regret of great loss. I'm going to say this again and again. There is no hint of eternal torture here. There's no hint that that weeping and gnashing of teeth goes on forever and ever and ever. It's a response that needs to be reconciled. That's what the day of judgment is for.